Hi, this is Coach Jay. I wanted to do a quick video today about something I said in my week 1 video that I mentioned that a few people have asked me about. The phrase I used was that you're not here alone to do things by yourself. In fact, the entire world is here to help you. What did I exactly mean by that when I made that statement? Well, what I meant was I want you to just imagine from a spiritual perspective. Not necessarily your human perspective, even though we live right here in this natural world and we're surrounded by things and people, but on a higher plane. Imagine, if you will, for a moment that you are here on an assignment, spiritually on an assignment, and you are to live out your life in this body that you're in right now to fulfill that part of you, that assignment. And part of your growth within this human form, spiritually, is to come in contact with other spiritual beings in a natural body who are here to challenge you, uplift you, help you, distract you, keep you on course, help you focus, pull you away from your goals, your vision, give you encouragement, and even tell you that you can't do something. So imagine that for a moment from a spiritual perspective, where these meetings, which seem kind of by chance, or they happen to be a friend or a relative or a coworker, sometimes a lover, but these people come into your life to offer you whatever help they possibly can. And yes, even those that come at us from a negative perspective, telling us that we can't do something, are actually here to help us. Those challenges that we face every single day, through whatever means they come to us, are there to help us grow spiritually. In a human sense, help you to become a better, stronger person. But in essence, that strength that you develop comes from the inside, not from a hardened heart, not from pushing people away or not wanting to have anything to do with them, but learning from what they tell you in order to do better, to be better, to know better, to become more aware of your strength, of your gifts, and actually how to use them to better yourself. So these spiritual beings that live with them in another body, just like we do, on the spiritual side, are placed in our lives beforehand. They agree to help us in whatever way that is. And the help is always in the help of strength. So for example, I have a story that I'm going to tell, not this time, but it's going to be told pretty much at length. I want you to know exactly who I am. But I had a very difficult situation, a very difficult person I had to deal with. And that person was very, very close to me. And through the healing process of dealing with this person, it just became more apparent to me through reading, through study, through meditation, through prayer, through meeting other people with an awareness that's much greater than mine, that this was a test, so to speak, of my determination, my desire to be all that I can be and be the person that I was placed on this earth to be. And basically, which means I would have to grow spiritually to truly understand that and know that no matter how painful it was, gut-wrenching, how many tears I cried, that it was all for my betterment, all for me becoming a better, more aware being. I had to go through that in order to be the person that I am right now. I had to go through that in order to develop my spiritual muscle that I have right now. I had to go through that in order to see How much can I truly take, but see it all from a good perspective? I had to learn how to see things differently. It's not an easy task. It's a very hard thing to do. But once you get there, once you see it, you see every obstacle, every challenge as yet another opportunity to grow. Let me try to put it in a nutshell for you. In essence, you're placed here on earth, and there are people placed in your path who agreed to come on this earth in order to help you grow. Whether they help you from a negative perspective or from a positive perspective, it's all there to help you grow. And growth is not easy. Growth is not always kind, and growth can be painful. But that doesn't hurt doesn't really work. So it wouldn't be growth if it didn't hurt, unfortunately. They agree to come here on earth in order to help you become the spiritual, powerful being that you actually are. To help you remember who you are as a being, as a creator, as a child of God. Now, as strange as that may sound, that is truly what I believe and what I've experienced. And honestly, through my meditation and my prayer and my study as well on various spiritual topics, that's what I've grown to understand intellectually as well as spiritually. If you've ever been there, if you've ever had a really big challenge, especially with an individual, if you can learn to see it from a perspective, what was my responsibility in my own pain? And how can I take this and make myself better? A lot of people just want to push things away. They know exactly what they don't want. I never want to do that again. So they focus on what they don't want. But focus on what you do want. What did you gain from that situation? I really had to take the time to look at my life and that really gut-wrenching, painful experience of betrayal that I went through, and had to see it from another perspective and understand that this is here to help me. Please, God, help me see this from a different perspective. And as I prayed that prayer, that's actually what began to happen. My eyes were open to a new way of seeing pain and then making it into joy. The book that I read to help me grasp that understanding the most was by Marianne Williamson, Divine Compensation. If you like, check that book out. I'm not here to sell books for her or anything, but it helped me out so much, I really and truly don't mind saying that. It was a beautiful experience, journey going through that book. It was painful for me at the time, very painful. But the joy that I got after reading the book and after understanding myself better as an individual and as a spiritual being has truly helped me in my life. And as a coach for other people, it's important that I work out my own issues. It's important that I go through things, not come through them, because the people are telling me their story. Not that I have to relive their story with them, but it helps me to understand what questions to ask to help you get through whatever challenge it is that you're facing. So I'm actually thankful for the things that I've been through, because it makes me a better coach for you. Well, thank you for listening to this. This was an impromptu video. Thank you for letting me share my thoughts, my space with your time. And as I said, I hope I said something today to help shed light on your life and to help bring understanding that you're truly not here alone, and everything that happens to you is actually happening for you. Have a great day. Be blessed. Bye-bye.